Hello and welcome back to Valkyria Chronicles. Okay, out of CP. Alright, give us your best shot, you pricks. Jesus, the amount of CP they're getting on every bleeding turn. Yeah, Vise might have a few problems, but... yeah. Figured that might happen. It's alright. I was planning to summon in some reinforcements to that camp anyway. So yeah, they basically just have positions that they like to get to, and they'll, you know, just keep spawning until they do, the little pricks. Yes, I am extremely annoyed about the constant spawning of enemies in my flank. It's tedious. You know, they're not really a threat, they're a nuisance. You know, and if I hadn't been wasting CP trying to kill them, then I could have...
minor damage.
Don't care. Extremely minor damage to the treads. I mean, I suppose I should be grateful they're wasting so much CP on guys down there rather than anything that's actually a threat, but it's kind of annoying. This is not one of the better designed missions. Actually no, no, the whole summoning massive reinforcements right on top of you is always a cheap tactic, I find. So. At least without giving you some time to prep for it. You know, so when XCOM 2 does it, for example, you get the flare goes up so you know where the enemy's coming from. Then they deploy, and they can't open fire as soon as they deploy. These assholes can, which is infuriating. There's exactly bugger all I can do about that. And they're just returning to the same positions. Do they even move their Lancer up? I.e. the only thing that can damage the tank that's sitting in their path? Alright. Where's the next one going? That's annoying, because I was going to summon in some reinforcements. Alright. I'll have to use the Edelweiss to go to the rescue of... Oh. Call in the medic. No. So I'm having to move backwards so as not to expose my flank, but alright, let's get out of the target zone and move towards the enemy. Do not want to be in any position where that bastard of a tank can see us, just in case it pulls something cheap out of its arse. We've got the range on the mortar to pit both of those guys. Thank you. Oh, I pipped one of them. Oh well. Well, he's well clear of that now.
I'm on my way.
Wavy. Get that guy out of cover. As a grenade does basically nothing to that guy, but blowing him out of cover is well worth doing anyway, because, well, because then that means Rosie can move up and shoot him in the face. Because that's Rosie's preferred tactic. Run up to the enemy and shoot him in the face. If the enemy is still moving, shoot them in the face again. If they are somehow still moving after that, break out the flamethrower and burn their face off. Yes, I am feeling violent at the moment. Why do you ask?
I'll do my very best.
I know you will, Hector. You're good people. Okay. Target its main hull and fire. Okay, that was at least some damage, which is the first, damage we've done to that bleeding tank. I'm gonna move him again, so it doesn't matter if he's still stood up at the moment.
I'll do my very best.
The target is just in front of you.
Alright, take cover. Pop up. Don't suppose you can hit that. Nope. You hit the tank though.
Okay.
Ooh,
Now
extra
it's set
shot.
for
Nice.
another round.
Doesn't let him fire twice, but it does give him the extra ammo. That's handy. Alright, I'm just going to quickly save here. Just because he might, emphasis on the word might,
I'm on my way.
get lucky here and actually take the bastard out. For the record, don't expect it, but it would be bleeding lovely if it happened.
The enemy's defensive line has been broken.
Nice! Thank you, extra shot. You have just completely saved this squad's bacon.
I'm on my way.
Because all I can say is Operation Complete. If I have to wipe out those remaining infantry, I'm going to be ticked. Good. Criminy, that got annoying towards the end.
Operation complete. Both enemy tanks neutralized.
Whew. C rank. See some stuff from the enemy. Got a medal. Yay for us.
The watershed battle on the Magyar Plains ended in the victory of the Gallian forces. It made military history not only with its ferocity, but with the duel that ended it.
I don't think that duel ended it. It was the beginning of the end, certainly, but...
The Imperial army then fell to retreat, while Gallia's grasp on victory tightened.
Yay. I say, I can't remember. I think there's something like 17, 18 chapters, something like that.
Alicia, are you all right?
She looked pretty out of it to me.
Welkin, what happened? I can't remember. What did...
You killed about 40 people, including a
Sure
tank.
wasn't I? But here I am, alive and fully healed. And it's like... everyone looks at me differently now. Like they're scared.
You went up against a tank armed with nothing but a glowy stick and won.
Welkin, has something happened to me? Tell me, please.
Alicia.
Report. Parting ways.
Yeah. The episode has been added. Time's been updated. Right. I am going to just save there because I don't want to have to redo parts of that bloody mission if I can avoid it. And then, yep, I'm going to go to... Now, I'll view this report and then go to headquarters, I think.
Sir, may I come in? Please. Any results on that thing I asked you to look into? Yes, sir. For starters, this bullet you gave me. Its shape and markings perfectly match rounds used by an experimental Gallian sniper rifle.
How many of those we got?
I see. So Alicia really was shot by someone inside the Gallian force. So, any leads on who fired it? Yes, sir. Tell me, Kreese.
It was the guy it obviously was.
The night before the shooting, records show Lieutenant Lanzet checked out the rifle. What? Faldio had the gun? Are you sure that's not some mistake?
Of course it was Faldio. Who else would it be? Sorry, that was kind of obvious.
It's rare for a tank commander to ask for a sniper rifle, so the clerk remembered him. Sir, only 2 of those rifles exist right now. One is confirmed to be locked in the arsenal.
What? Why would he get the least common gun he could find?
The other was checked out to Lieutenant Lanzet and has yet to be returned.
Oh dear.
I can't. It's hard for me to believe, too. Faldio? It couldn't be.
Yes, it could. I'm sorry, I figured it out immediately. I don't know about you guys. Slight reposition of the headset, because I feel like I've recorded quite a lot in this particular recording session. So this will probably be the last part I record in this session, but starting to get quite snug around my ears.
Notes on the Valkyrian race. The anthropology of the Valkyria. Maybe he was reading up on the enemy.
Nope. Well, sort of.
This is his handwriting. Alicia must be made to awaken.
Yep.
What?
Alicia must be made to awaken. No matter how much I try, I can think of no other way.
You could ask her, you know. You didn't just have to shoot her, you
almost
prick.
wish I had never joined them on that expedition to the Barius ruins. I'm convinced that the inner chamber was built to admit only Valkyria. But the door opened at her touch. That could only mean that the blood of their tribe courses through her veins.
Love the fact that his attitude is, well, let's just,
I was shocked to find her bathed in that uncanny light that night in the field. Though I doubted my eyes, I never once doubted. That light was the Valkyrian blue flame.
When the hell did that happen?
Ultimately, I had no choice but to accept the simple truth that Alicia is one of them. I'd already begun to question all I knew. The walls of the temple sanctum were inscribed with the Valkyria's account of history. History as it truly was.
Yep.
We are all taught of the Darkson calamity, and how their actions forever scorched the land.
Guess what? History's written by the victors.
But this account told a different story. The Valkyria invaded this land from the north, slaying the indigenous Darkson people as they came. Their grasp of Ragnite technology and the art of war were vastly superior. They trained the destructive power of Ragnite on the Darkson's land, burned it to ash, then had the gall to pass the blame for their inhuman deeds off on their Darkson slaves. Darksons have borne that stigma ever since.
As I said, history is written by the victors. And now you want to unleash that power again, Faldio? Seems like a bad idea to me.
History books. The Barius ruins promulgate a lie to all but their own descendants as hard fact. Reading about the Valkyria's power, the true face of these saviors, left me stunned.
Let's face it, ultimate power corrupts absolutely. And this power's pretty damn absolute. Sorry, it's absolute power corrupts absolutely,
Yet
isn't
at
it?
the same time, I cannot help but think of how useful it could be to us now.
The ultimate power is ultimate power ultimately corrupts. It's the variant of that saying.
Since then, I've investigated every text and report on the Valkyria I could find. They lead me to believe that at least a few scions of the Valkyria must have survived to this day. All across Europa, these rare individuals live and die unaware of their own nature. But history has recorded rare cases of individuals who have awakened to their powers. Their stories share one common thread. All of them suffered grave wounds before awakening.
Some sort of natural defense mechanism, then?
If those accounts are correct, the blood of the Valkyria stirs at the approach of death. Their power, having slept for thousands of years, bursts awake at one step shy of the end.
And of course, it's easy to do that to somebody else.
If one of these individuals takes hold of the refined Ragnite arms of their ancestors, they make their mark on history as one of the Valkyria of old.
You know, say what you want about Silvaria, but at least she had the nerve to do it. To do it to herself.
I stole the Valkyrian lance and shield out of the university archive. Supposedly, their blood serves to amplify the Ragnite's natural power. I have no idea what science lies behind it. Perhaps it's a consequence of their origins in the Ragnite-rich northern regions. Regardless of the reason, the Valkyries...
Yeah, the reason doesn't really matter. We can call it anime bullshit magic and be done with it. Sorry, I try not to swear.
The enemy Valkyria decimated our forces on the Magyar plains. I could not afford to stay my hand on account of ethics. I had the rifle, and I forced myself to use it.
I'm sorry, what you should have done is tell her your suspicions. It should have been her choice.
I placed the lance and shield on her unconscious form. I was racked with insecurity and guilt, hands red with blood of my best friend's love. But now I know. The choice I made was right.
I'm sorry, you deprived Alicia of the right to choose for herself.
Faldio!
Yeah, he's ticked.
Hello, Lieutenant Gunther. Is something wrong? Faldio, where is he? Sir, Captain Varrot just called him in. He left only a minute ago.
Okay, I have so many questions about that helmet. Most notably, how the pissing hell do you see out of that thing? That's the most impractical helmet I've ever seen. Yeah, would anyone disagree with that assessment? Oh, he's ticked.
Faldio, I'm only going to ask you this once. Was it you who shot Alicia?
Yes.
Yeah. I shot her.
Oh boy, the music's gone sinister. Oh!
Tell me why. Why did you have to shoot her?
The people. Gallia needed her. Now let me ask you a question. How else do you think we could have won that battle? If not for Alicia's power, Gallia would have most certainly lost.
Unfortunately, he's right.
Still can't.
And not just this battle. I'm talking about Gallia's future. How else are we supposed to survive Welkin, caught on either side by giants? It's Alicia, our Valkyria. She's the only one who can protect us from them.
Wrong. Our side gaining power won't end this war. All it does is escalate the conflict.
That's enough. Listen to each other. You may both be right. But still, you're both very wrong. I don't claim to have the perfect answer either. However, regardless of the reason, attacking one of your own comrades is deplorable.
Here, bloody here.
By Gallian military law, I remand you to the stockade until further notice, Faldio. And you, Welkin. 24 hours in isolation for engaging in fisticuffs.
I love that phrase. Engaging in fisticuffs. You're lucky Faldio's not your superior officer, otherwise technically that could be a court-martial offence. Yeah. Episode has been added. Personal time weapon, time glossary, new skirmish battle has been added. Bleeding hell. Alright. Yeah, let's just quickly save here. And then let's go to the headquarters. Alright then. Let's go visit Princess Silly Hat. Nagia medal. What was that one for? Order of the Holy Lance. I think that's X number of kills. Have some more guns that you won't use. Thank you, Your Highness. As always, your silly hat inspires us all. I know, stop going on about the silly hat. But it's just so silly. Okay, he didn't have anything to teach us today. She's going to have a bleeding field day writing about this one.
Oh, and how about the new... I couldn't help but snipe...
Yep. So I still maintain that while... Oh, excellent. Oh, bloody hell. Signs of Awakening. What Lies Beyond Hate. And the Flower of the Battlefield. R&D facility. So yeah, what was I saying?
Well,
Completely lost track of my train of thought. Oh well, probably wasn't important. Very little of what I say is. Always get the firepower boosts for the Lancers. Since I can afford it, might as well get the accuracy boost. I do use the flamethrowers enough to be worth getting that boost. Obviously we want to upgrade our survivability in combat, because why the hell would you not upgrade your survivability in combat? The Edelweiss. Anti-armor shell 2, so that's plus another 200 versus armor. Definitely want that. Alright. Yeah, anything on there? No, not really. Nothing there. Turret magazine? Extra mortar shells might be useful, because I do use mortar shells quite a lot, but... body enhancements. Anti-armor shell, firepower boost to the flamethrower. It's not expensive, and the flamethrower is sometimes very useful. Mostly when the enemy's clustered, mind, but... And yeah, screw it. Yep, they're not hideously expensive upgrades, so I might as well get them. Upgrade the Shamrock a little. Right. Yes, thank you. Alright, let's get the scouts and the lancers up to level 13, and we don't have enough to get the troopers up to 13, but that's okay. Yeah. Diddly-dee.
Good work.
Alright.
Come back in.
We're doing good there. Alright, return to book mode. New episode has been added, new report has been added, multiple new reports have been added. Okay, so have to select. Fly the battlefields, parting ways. Okay. Allied Embedded, which we've seen. Taste of Home, which we've seen. I think Signs of Awakening, there it is. I think that's the first one. Yeah, we've had Taste of Home, so Signs of Awakening must be the next one. And after that, I'll go through it by.
Report. Signs of Awakening.
And this one is battle based. It's Barrios once more. Right. That to me seems like a pretty good point to actually end this part, and I'll start working my way through these additional reports at the beginning of the next. So, thank you very much for watching. Sorry this one's only about 27 minutes, but that's still a good solid part length. And I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.